Nashville, TN, WSMV. It's a hard choice that many people wish they didn't have to make, requesting food stamps for their family's next meal. Lynn Harris was applying Monday afternoon at the Department of Human Services office in Nashville with a host of other parents and families. "I had to leave my job to take care of my mother," Harris said, sharing her mother's battle with dementia with News 4's Haley Mason. "That was a tough choice, but I had to make it, and at this point, I have no income," she said. After applying for SNAP benefits, Harris learned the program would be changing soon. Governor Bill Haslam announced Monday his plan to reinstate work requirements for people who want SNAP benefits, formerly called food stamps. "I do need help, and I've proven that I will work and I will take care of myself," Harris explained, hoping her application will be approved in the midst of the upcoming policy change. "I have not had to be on assistance since my children were young," she added. Starting February 1, 2018, all able-bodied adults between the ages of 18 and 49, living without dependents, will be required to have at least a part-time job, be enrolled in school or volunteer at an approved facility in order to qualify for SNAP benefits. About 58,000 people in Tennessee will have to adjust to those changes in order to continue qualifying for the program. The applicants will have 90 days, until May 1, 2018, to meet the requirements. In 2008, Tennessee made it easier to get SNAP benefits after the recession by scaling back work requirement. Today, Haslam says the state's economy is better, and the change is appropriate. "We have had record low unemployment 3 months in a row in Tennessee," Haslam said in Monday's announcement. "It's hard to say we're under an extraordinary circumstance that would deserve a waiver." The waiver will stay in place in 16 Tennessee counties, including Perry, Wayne, Grundy, Van Buren, Fentress counties, considered economically distressed by the state, meaning have more people than jobs available. These counties are also all in the bottom 10% of the country's economy. 70 other counties will see the changes next year. Some who have grown weary of the program say it's welcome news. "It's absolutely a good idea," said Wanda Morris, who uses SNAP benefit. "I think any able-body that's able to get out there and work should get out there and work. There's going to be a few people mad, the majority of young people mad, upset, but they'll get over it. They need to get out and work for things, Morris added. Haslam is also proposing legislation that would crack down on the EBT card trafficking and fraud, a concern that's been tough to prove. Senator Jim Tracy, R. Shelbyville, proposed similar legislation in April, during the 109th General Assembly, but his measure failed following concerns that there was not enough evidence of a widespread problem. The Haslam administration says they have been in contact with Tracy and have considered his bill while drafting the potential legislation. Department of Human Services Commissioner Danielle Barnes said they will begin investigating cases of possible EBT card trafficking and fraud. "We want to make sure that we prevent any of the traffickings because one instance is probably too many for us," Barnes said. She promised today that her department will to begin investigating possible fraud after 3 requests for a new card in a single year in the hopes of building a file to possibly hand over to the Attorney General for prosecution. Families receiving assistance under the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families Fund, TANF, will also see a change in their monthly stipend. Each year, the University of Tennessee calculates standard of need, considering the cost of food, transportation, utilities, and housing. Under the proposed bill, the stipend for a TANF family would be 20% of the standard of need, or about $277 per month for a family of 3. Republican lawmakers applauded Gov. Haslam's plans, including gubernatorial candidate Beth Harwell, who said in a statement, "Republicans in the General Assembly have been eager to expand the work requirement for SNAP benefits, and I applaud Governor Haslam and Commissioner Barnes for taking what I see as the logical next step in statewide welfare reform. As Speaker, I look forward to working with the administration and my colleagues on this issue during session." Democratic leaders, like House Democratic leader Craig Fitzhugh, who released statements expressing concern, "While our great state is doing well as a whole economically, there is a large number of Tennesseans who have not recovered with the same vigor and health as others. I am certainly against fraud and abuse of our social safety net, as well as every other aspect of our government, but I want to make sure that we are not using an axe where a scalpel is needed in weeding out abusers of the system. In today's